Good morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning to everybody out there in the YouTube's land and everybody who is going to be watching later the replay. Hope everybody's doing well. Can't wait to get caught up with everybody. I'm just trying to find something to work on here. I hope the sound is okay. I got some tea. I'll wait till people start filtering in. Good morning, everybody. Is anybody out there? Hi, Reggie. Hi, Debbie. Okay, Reggie, I am so out of the loop. I want to know how you come to move. I mean, you're moving. What's going on? Hi, Marie. Great to see you too. Okay, I had to find something to work on. I'm like at my wit's end at certain things, and so I'm just like, I don't know. I'm going to work on my temperature blanket. I am way behind. Let's see here. Good morning. Good morning. Debbie, how are things? You're up very early, aren't you? Have you been up for a little bit? But suddenly got a call that we have a part. Oh, cool. That's so cool. Now, is this for your husband's work? Good morning, David. Howdy, howdy. Howdy, howdy. Oh, okay. So, good morning, Lisa. You're moving back to your hometown in Israel, right? I know, me too, Elmarie. And couldn't sleep. Oh, I'm so sorry you couldn't sleep. Good morning, Temmie. How are you? Knitting. No, I'm just teasing, Debbie. LTNC hugs. LTNC hugs. Is that a place in? Wait a minute. Is that a place, Temmie? Hugs from a certain place? Long time no chat. Yes, that's what it means. Sorry. Good morning, Wanda. Oh, I'm about 2 hours away from Frankfurt. Good morning, Danny, sweetie. Are you going through there, Wanda? Do I have to pick up your daughter from her camping trip? That sounds fun. Are you in the South? I hope you're in the South where it's a little warmer. Good morning, Beverly. Oh, yucky, 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 Temmie. I'm so sorry. Sorry to hear that. That's funny, Reggie. I know. Mine's with the O. Yours is with the U. Hi, Emily. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, though. Thank you for lurking. I don't know why I bothered pulling out a project since it's like I can't count. And pinning a quilt. Boy, you are busy, Beverly. I'm there until tomorrow making a delivering Lexington. Oh yeah, that's Lexington is a little further south and I'm about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes away from Lexington. Good morning, Passamaquoddy. Oh yeah, well, I have a project too, David, but I just can't seem to concentrate on it. Oh, Denny, right now I'm just still trying to. I haven't picked this up in weeks. This temperature blanket for Mr. Happy. I had to frog most of the project a few minutes ago. David, I just saw that you had a Tunisian project. What kind of a Tunisian project, and where can I find the what is it? Thank you, Denny. Mr. Happy loves the colors because they're Southwest colors. He loves the Southwest, but I cannot concentrate, so I'm putting it down. Hi, Debbie. Thank you so much, Wanda. Thank you. It's nice to see me smiling too. But when I've got crochet and yarn and friends, I mean, what's not to smile about? I'm having lapsang souchong tea. And hi Susan K, how are you? So lapsang souchong tea, and it's I'm trying really hard to make a perfect cup of tea and enjoy it. The Tunisian mesh shawl that Ginger was raving about, it's on Ravelry. Oh, okay. I'll have to look. Good morning, Pat. And hugs to you. Okay, will you just stay until you have to leave, honey? I'll be on for a few minutes. Well, I'll probably be on for a little while because Mr. Happy's sleeping and lapsang souchong. I would get the thing, but it's in the other room. It's LAPSANG SUCHONG. I think it's a either Japanese or a Chinese tea. Can't remember. Look at all the Germany people knowing German stuff. Woohoo. Oh, guys, I got to tell you something. So there was Reggie, you would appreciate this. There was a lady that came into to get her eyes checked this week. And she just walks in. She looks to be like in her 70s, right? And that's Chinese tea. Okay, thank you, Timmy. Thank you for letting me know. You're going to make hot chocolate. Yummy. So anyway, she looked to be in her 70s and then I looked at her name and the way she was talking, I could tell she was, I didn't want to say Germany, but it sounded like a German accent, very faint. And so I got her paperwork in and I was doing some intake on her. And she was born in 1939. Oh, Reggie, I have a thing for words. I don't know why. Good morning, Lorley. I don't know what it is. I just always have been a wordy nerd, a wordy nerd. But I'm able to spell really odd things. I don't know. So, and since my daughter's Chinese, I don't know if that has something to do do with it. Um, uh, Timmy, you grew up there. Cool beans. So anyway, this lady was German. She's 91 years old. She was born in 1929. Good morning, Deneen. I'm doing okay this morning. So she is from a town way down south in Germany called Wasserburg. Wasserburg. Water castle. And it's just like on a little peninsula, and it's surrounded by water. Oh, me too. I don't know what they mean all the time, but I like making them up, Denny. It's fun making up new words. So I got to talking with her afterwards, and she was so excited to talk about where she's from. And she had pictures, and she was, I mean, totally in her, totally, I mean, okay, y'all have to understand where I'm coming from. Most people in their 80s have a hard time remembering a lot of stuff, right? But she was 91, and she, like I said, she looked and acted like she was like in her 70s. Oh, and it was I'm getting chills thinking about it, but she was so excited talking about Germany and driving over there and remembering when she went over there the last time with her. Good morning, Amanda. And it was just so cool. She pulled up a whole bunch of pictures, showing me pictures of her hometown, and she was able to pull up a map, an overhead map of the town, and it just looks like a little ball hanging, from a chain into the water. And it's so funny. She said it's like they call their town like the Venice of Bavaria, because it floods during the flood season. It just floods down there. It floods a lot, and the houses are built up kind of like that. Oh, it's so cool. Yes, yes, Reggie, that's it. Yes, and in is the name of the water, the river that is all around it. Isn't that cool? And she pulled up a little town, her little town, and she said, "You see that square right there? That's where my mother grew up. That's where I live. That's where all my family is, in that house." And it was just so cool. And I said, "My goodness, that house has been in your family." She said, "Yeah, it's been in my family for over 700 years." Holy smokes. I just thought that was just, I mean, mind blowing. And the woman was talking, and she was just so interesting. Yeah, it's southeast of Munich. Yeah. They call it the Venice of Bavaria, because Venice actually is an island. But yeah, either way, it is just so cool. And I'm thinking, okay, that's on my bucket list now. I gotta go there. It was so neat to talk to her, and it was like I had other patients coming in, so I could, I know she had to be somewhere, and I was like, "Can you stay? Can you stay? We'll have a cup of coffee and we'll talk." I meet the most interesting people at work. Isn't that cool, Reggie, that we have like kind of like a connection, you and I? That's funny. That is really funny. Good morning, Julie. If I didn't say good morning, good morning. And good morning to everybody who's popping in and just kind of hanging out in lurking. That's funny, Reggie. That's so funny. So, yeah. So what's been going on with you guys? Tell me all about what's happening in your neck of the woods. I'm out of the loop. Want to know. I know it really does, El Marie. It really does. And it just blows my mind that you're here. Okay, first of all, that you're here, but I can tell people that I have friends living in South Africa. I have a friend in Kenya. I have friends in Germany. I have family in Germany. I have friends all over the world. I have friends in Australia and Israel. I mean, it's just so crazy. People are going, wow, you have friends all over the place. I said, well, yeah, it's kind of fun. Isn't it fun to get to know different nuances, I guess, of different places in the world just by being friends with people? I'm using the mug Mr. Happy got me for my birthday this year. Isn't it pretty? It's cloisonne. I love it. And the handle, see, isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. I had to use it this morning for my with my lapsang souchong tea. So what's new? I was going to wear my other t-shirt. I'm wearing this one today. Can you guys read it? Is it upside down? It's from Isaiah, Beauty from Ashes. It's basically saying that God can take our ashes and make something beautiful out of it. And that's what I feel right now. I have another one. It's so funny. I'll go get it to show you guys because it's so funny. Hold on. Hi, Inherited. How are you? Las Vegas, 1 week from today. Whoop, whoop, Deneen. Can y'all read this? Can y'all read what this says? I don't know if it's backwards. Is this backwards? I saw this a couple weeks ago, and it is so stinking funny. Thank you, Denny. I thought you might. But I love this one. The crochet. Yeah, Lordly, that's cute. So this one I was going to wear, and I thought, no, I'll wear this one today. So it's frontwards good, so you can read it. It is so funny. I want to wear it to work, but I don't think my boss would let me. Because I work with a lot of psychos. In a good way, right? Is it a good way? Isn't it funny, Denny? Oh, I just love it. And it is something a Southerner would say, isn't it? Well, aren't you just a lollipop triple dipped in psycho? I love it. I gotta find a place to hang it now. Well, I don't know where to hang it. Okay. So let me fill you in on what happened at work the last couple weeks. It's not been I mean, work itself is fine, but my boss and I have a lot. His name is Doc Dave. We'll just call him that, Doc Dave. Yeah, right, Denny. That's funny. Um, anyway, Doc Dave has a brother named Steve, and I have a brother named Steve. There's so many similarities. We're born within a year, little less than a year from each other. Our birthdays are 2 weeks apart, and he was born a year before I was. And then his dad passed away. He got cancer. My dad got cancer. His dad passed away 6 weeks later. My dad passed away. His mom had a fall and broke her shoulder. My mom fell and broke her hand. I mean, just so many things, right? I mean, it's just really scary. Like, he'll get sick and I'll get sick. It's just a boss and he's my boss. But so I mean, just so many things like are on parallel things. Well, about a month ago, yeah, probably 3 weeks to a month ago, he got a call from his brother. His brother was diagnosed with cancer. Well, he had problems in his mouth, and they found cancer, and so they thought he had throat cancer. Well, they did some scans. Good morning, Carol. They did some scans on him, and he doesn't have throat cancer. He has nerve cancer. It's a rare form of cancer. It's called nerve cancer. So now we're like really freaking out because we don't know what's going on. And of course, because we're so close and we work together, I've been there now 8 years. We've been working together, and our families know each other well, from talk. And he's like my adopted brother, okay? And we talk about him a lot. So same 3 years apart. So, oh, that's so cool, Pastor McQuarrie. That is so cool. Very cool. And anyway, I forgot to do something here. Okay. So he had been scheduled to do some radiation and chemo. They weren't sure which one. Well, then they decided they're going to have to do both. Then they did a brain scan. Guys, this is just freaky. They found out that not only was it nerve cancer, not only was it a rare nerve cancer, it was an aggressive nerve cancer. Now, just the fact that he had nerve cancer, Doc Dave looked it up, and it's like chance of survival is 5 to 6 years, maybe. Well, it being an aggressive form of it just like his chances of his life expectancy went way down. And he's younger. He's like 3 years younger than we are. So now we're like really freaking out. Then he's on the phone. Okay, so never mind, I won't say that. But he gets a call Friday night, and it was like late. Okay. His brother lives in LA. So it's a 3-hour time difference. And he got a call around 10:30 Friday night. His brother got hit by a car while he was walking his dog. Are you guys following this? Are you guys hearing this? Got hit while walking his dog. The driver stopped and okay, so he was on the phone with someone when this happened, okay? And the phone got thrown out of his hand and he's laying at the side of the road. The driver stops. The person on the other end of the phone was freaking out because just heard like squealing tires. And anyway, so hung up the phone and called Doc Dave. Apparently the driver stopped because he's the one that called 911. And then John was put into the ambulance and then ended up calling Doc Dave, his brother. Said, I'm all right. Don't freak out. I'm okay. I'm on the way to the hospital. He gets a call. He broke his arm. Well, first they thought he broke his shoulder. And it wasn't his shoulder. It was his arm. It was his right arm. He broke it right here. And of course, now they're thinking all morning yesterday, is he going to press charges against that driver? The driver needs to, the insurance it has to pay for, the accident, So, so much is going on. And I'm like, oh my word, this is like bad to worse. Well, he's in the hospital and all morning they're running these tests. They found out that he broke his arm. Now they're looking at his adrenal glands. They're thinking that the cancer spread, or no, not spread, but that he has cancer in his adrenal glands. And they have to now do a biopsy to find out if the cancer in the adrenal glands is the same cancer that was the nerve cancer. And because of the because of the accident and the adrenaline, get it? Adrenaline. Because of the adrenaline rushing through his body, the concern was that whatever cancer was in his adrenal glands has now spread to all his adrenal glands. Okay, Denny, you are right. And my prayer, and it has been, that somehow everybody involved will return to the Lord, because they were raised in a Christian home and they do not walk in that way. They do not walk in the way of the Lord anymore. And I am praying that I'm praying that he be glorified in this. Dreamy. Well, hello. Purple crochet. What is better than that? I love purple crochet. I don't know if you can tell, but I got a lot of purple on my shelves. So yeah, we're dealing with that at work. So I go to work. Good morning, Maribel. It's a pleasant surprise to see you too, sweetheart. Sandrine. Okay, Sandrine. Yay. So. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the original plan 3 days ago was that the doctors were going to release him to come to Nashville to spend a couple days with his family before all of the radiation and chemo. He has to go through both of it. And so my boss, Doc Dave, was going to go down to Nashville for a couple days and visit with them, because this might be the last time he gets to see his brother. I mean, I'm not trying to be a downer, but with all the stuff that's going on, I mean, it's like crazy. Well, yesterday before I left, he said, well, obviously the trip is canceled. He can't go anywhere now. And and I said, well, how no, it's not Steve, it's John. His brother, his younger brother's name is John. He has an older brother named Steve, which is my brother Steve, but this is John. I'm sorry, I didn't clarify that. So anyway, I said, well, how was he the last time you talked? This was yesterday at 3:00 when we were getting ready to leave from work. And he said he had just got off the phone with him, and Doc Dave was very disturbed and upset because his brother sounded really bad. Not just physically like he hurt, but his spirit was just deflated. And that he said, his words were to Doc Dave, his brother, I don't know if I'm going to live through the year. That is some scary stuff. So, and not only that, so add on to that, Dr. Moore's mom, Doc Dave's mom, she is in stage maybe 3 of dementia. Thank you, Denny. She's in stage 3 of dementia, and around there. Okay. She still drives, but she shouldn't be driving, if you know what I mean. And she's like, a lot of the stuff that my mom was dealing with about a year ago, she's dealing with it now. And it's really nerve-wracking, because now her youngest son is going through all this, and she was told all of this. And now our concern is that his mom is going to be like going from stage 3 to stage 5, like really quick, because all the stress, because she's beside herself now. She's beside herself. So my boss is going to go to see her next week, and instead of going down to see brother next weekend. Oh, what a mess, guys. What a mess. I don't know. He might have decided to go see her this weekend. I know he didn't, because he just texted me. He had immediate surgery on his arm to repair his arm. They weren't sure if they were going to do it, but they decided, after calling the oncologist, they said they slated him to be having his arm repaired last night. And so it happened. It didn't happen until like 11 o'clock last night, Pacific time. What a mess, right? So he's got a lot going on in his family, and me with my family, it is just a mess. Yeah, I do hope he gets to see his brother. Yeah, I really do hope so. Yeah, like ocean waves, right? It's just like, and you know, we have to remember in those times, those of you that are believers, we have to remember in those times just to hold to the rock. I mean, hold on to that anchor, because we will sink. If we don't hold on to that anchor, we're gone. Words of faith and waves needed here. You got to speak light. Yeah. So, yeah. So I'm trying to be a friend, because I'm honestly, I hate to say this, but I think I might be the only godly friend my boss has. And that is very, I mean, it's disconcerting that that's, you know, his state, but I have to be very careful to be the best godly influence and godly friend that I can be to him. And it's tough sometimes. It's tough. Oh, yes, Denny. Amen. Okay, so a couple of household kinds of things, and I'm talking my household. So I still have purples, neutrals, greens, and reds of a 3-weight yarn, of 3-weight paint box yarn that I would like to sell. I have a box. Hold on just a minute. I'll show you the size. Okay. Here's the box. Okay. I have 2 boxes left, 2 empty boxes, and I shoved them full. I can get approximately 15 skeins of yarn in here. I am selling each box, for those in the United States, I'm selling them for approximately 40 to 45. It's just if it's on the West Coast, it's going to be 45. If it's like from Colorado to the East Coast, it's going to be 40. The shipping to the West Coast is just outrageous. I'm sorry, I don't mean to, be mean about that. But anyway, I've got Alzheimer's to fight to have people take the keys away from parents. Yes, it's very difficult to do that. It's difficult for everybody. I mean, yeah. Take the keys away, tell them the car's in the shop, any kind of stuff. Okay, Cindy. So anyway, I've got 2 boxes I can fill up. Tell me what colors, Lorley. Do you want me to make it a surprise, or do you need certain things? I think I have your address. I've got greens, and I do have I do have a variety of 4-weight paint box. I can get 12 in a box. I've got 2 different shades of green, 2 different shades of purple, and like a fuchsia color. Yeah, I know. I have to factor that in. So, Lorley, you tell me what colors you want, and I'll pack it up and get it ready to ship out tomorrow. Okay. Um. Oh my goodness, Cindy, that's that's well, not terrible. That's a lot of money, but I understand. Oh, can I tell you some funny? So I had where did I order it from? So We Crochet, the company We Crochet. Okay, Lorley, I will. Um, I I had wanted to, I bought the new Tunisian ebook that they came out with. It has just all Tunisian wearables. I'm so excited. Well, they have a blanket in there, so but um uh I bought it. Well, and I went to go, I added it to my cart to purchase it. And then I went to go check out and it said, it's like, it was close to $300. I said, what? What? That pattern wasn't $300. And then when I went to go look in the cart, apparently sometime in the last several months, I had gone and I had put a whole bunch of stuff in there, like a wish list kind of, and it was like, oh my goodness, I said, oh no, I can't afford that. So I was taking everything off and just bought the pattern. But it was like, oh, I didn't realize, I had forgotten all about me. Be sure you, you look at that. Amigo Chunky for slippers. I need to make a lot of slippers. I have 4 kids and you have 11 going on 10 grandchildren. Yay, Cindy. That's amazing. Congratulations. Congratulations, you. You're going to catch up with Denny. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'll get that out. I'll get that out to you, Lorley. Yeah, I'm thinking that whatever I have left, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm trying to work down. Okay, I'm going to move the camera, and I hope you see all that right there. That's all my that's all the style craft that I have. Let me move that box. The first 2 are paint box, and then in that one there I've got in just a variety of acrylics. Yeah, I'm trying to narrow down my acrylics just to the ones I know I want to use. And I've got some real cute ones and pretty ones that I want to make something with it. I don't know what I'm going to make with it. It's a chore. Nobody has mentioned, I don't know if you just can't see it. You see all these squares? These are my cotton squares that I've been making. Let's see here. I think they're a 3-weight crochet thread. I think that's what they are. A 3-weight thread. Hi, Lulu. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, it's good to see you too. Getting up late this morning. Nice to see you all. You've been well, yeah. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I just haven't been showing a lot of stuff. online store that sells Stylecraft DK at a reasonable price. I'm getting me some. Yay. I know. Shipping is awful. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. So these squares, there's 3 on each square, and I got 4 of them. You can't see all 4 of them. Ta-da, 4. And then there's some right there. And there's 3 on each thing. I spray them. I got to order me some more blocking boards and some more. I want to get those, the pins that are in a row that from Knit Picks. Yeah, right. Yes. And I was trying to find something. Well, anyway, I know that there was some kind of a block that you can get. It's like a, what do you call it? It's like a wooden pegboard. They were block. Oh, that's it. Well, let me go grab one. I'll show you. Hold on. See, I've got these squares on here. They're still a little bit damp. They're cotton, and it's very thin yarn. It's not even yarn. It's considered cotton thread. And anyway, I've got about, let me find it. So these are the ones that it's going to be really bright, but these are the ones that are already blocked. And then these I still have to block, but I'm out of all these squares, so I have to do it in batches. But it's this from Darn Good Yarn? Lorley, you know what I found? If you put them together like this, as tall as your pin is, right? You can spray them as you're laying them down and just kind of turn them if you want. Okay, I'll show you. I'm going to show you, Lisa. Oh, hold on just a minute. Never thought of. We'll probably get slippers. Yeah, slippers are a great gift. Okay, so let me see if this. Okay, so this is the same. This is from Darn Good. I think it's from Darn Good Yarn when they had a big, huge sale on their advent calendars. Yeah. Now, Lori, not Lori, Lulu, there is, this is not 3-weight yarn. This is 3-weight thread, which is different. Okay. So this is from Darn Good Yarn. I got 24 of these little balls, but this is the same thing. So let me show you. This is DMC. This happens to be the name brand Petra, okay? And it's 100 grams, and there's a number 3. Do you see that 3? And this is the largest it gets before it turns into, well, to me, this is a fingering weight. It looks like a fingering weight. And oh, yes. See, that's what I was thinking of, El Marie. I'd want to get one of those for squares whenever I do squares. I don't do them very often, but you can only put so many on there. But again, this is cotton, and they block up real nice. And, you know, my crochet, you know how our tension is, right? How our tension is. See, like some are a little bit bigger than others. But when you block them, they all become the same size. But let me show you my other thread. Okay, So this is another kind of thread that's a cotton thread, okay? And this is a number 10. So the thing is that you know how with yarn, not thread, but with yarn, I'm going to quick lesson. I don't know if you guys know this. If you know, just ignore, okay? The with yarn, the lower the number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? You got 7 numbers. The lower the number, the thinner the yarn, right? So number 1 is fingering, then you got sport, and on and on till you get the super bulky, right? Well, with thread, it works backwards. So the smaller the number, the thicker the yarn. Almost like if you think about it on a like a number line, like you got the positives and the negatives. Well, the more on the higher the number on the negative side or the thread side, the smaller the yarn. So now this is a number 10. And this is what a lot of people use for doilies. A lot of people like to use this weight yarn for doilies. And it is a very thin yarn. And it's usually cotton, mercerized cotton. Okay. So with thread, the higher the number, the skinnier it is, the thinner it is. With yarn, the higher the number, the thicker it is. So yeah, just to let you guys know, this is Artiste, and I got this at Hobby Lobby. But this kind of stuff is, thread you can use for doilies or ornaments on your tree. Now here's the thing. There are, and I have started this, and it took forever and a day, but there are books that talk about making wearables with this. Now it takes a long time, obviously, and I had started to make squares. Earrings, jewelry. This, I'm thinking that this is the weight. This is the yarn that Tracy from I Love Loopy Crochet and Treasure, that's what she uses to make her necklaces, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, they do. I was started to make a bedspread. You make these squares and then you put them together. And I think I got 4 of the squares done. And it took me like a month to make 4 squares. And I was like, I would have to make hundreds of those squares to get the right size. But anyway, I've never used ones and twos. I love the drape on the ones and twos. Good morning, Carolyn. You can't get the tension right. Well, Lorley, it takes a lot of practice. Let me tell you. I mean, using a thin aluminum or steel hook, rather, that is very hard to do. But once you find a hook that you're comfortable using, which is very hard, some of these can get really thin. Anyway, that was a quick lesson. What'd you guys think? That was my tutorial for the year or my lesson for the year, my yearly lesson. Yay! Sandrine says, yay! You know, the only bad thing about using this glass for tea or coffee or whatever, you can't heat it up in the microwave. Yes, yes, Laura Lee. And I had some. I think I got rid of a lot of those books. But the thing is, with that doily yarn, you know, the 10 weight, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the stuff that you make, you can stiffen it. Okay. You can use spray starch or some kind of a starch, and you can stiffen it, which makes it look really neat. So, like, look at here. This is a book I got from Better Homes and Gardens years and years and years ago. But here, look at this picture frame. See, it's done. I don't know if it's done in the round. I can't. No, it's gathered at the corners. So it's like a long piece that's done, and then it's gathered at the corners. But you could spray starch it or starch it, you know, which is really cool. Oh, Lori. Is it? No, I keep saying Lori. I don't, because there's a Lori Lulu. Sorry, Lulu. Yeah, angels using that would be really pretty. Let me see some of the other things that are in this book. That bedspread might have been in here. I don't remember. But they have, you know, a lot of people. Look at this is a great idea too. Look at this. Isn't that neat? Now, this is like really fancy schmancy. A lot of people don't do that anymore. But they took material, okay, and then they put inserts in it with the filet crochet. Isn't that pretty? It is beautiful once it's done, yes, but it's very time consuming. Now, I've made several of these, like I've made this right here. That one. I think I gave that one to my mom a long time ago. Yeah, Lisa. So there you go. You have a little. Oh, see, yeah. Here's a bedspread done. Oh my goodness, it would be. It's beautiful when it's done, but not very many people use bedspreads anymore, right? Sugar water, right? Yes, sugar water does it. But where's Oh, this is the one that I was doing. This one right here. I'll put it up real close so you can see. They're bobble squares. Can you see the bobble squares? I was doing that. But you'd have to make hundreds of them. Let me see if I see 54. Let's see here. Popcorn. Page 49. Yeah. You have to make 320 of them. 320. That's a lot. It's gorgeous. But I mean, who has that? I mean, who uses bedspreads like that anymore? I don't know anybody who does that. But you know, you can use it to edge your pillowcases. Let's see. I marked something here that I had made. I think I made this one here. Now, this is called an antimacassar. 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 I know, 10 people at a time. Okay, how many can we do? Oh, but anyway, yeah, I mean, I love looking, but it's called Romantic Crochet. I don't even know if you can still get this book, but it has a lot of those very fine kind of, oh, here's those. I don't know if it's that angel, but there's an angel that was made like that. And then there's some ornaments, but curtains. I actually made, okay. It is beautiful, but it would take forever. So now this is another really pretty one, the way they did this one. I like it with that pop of that mauve color. Isn't that pretty? But I had we had an old one of those, those doors, that those wooden doors that were accordion fold doors. Well, this is many, 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 many moons ago. My ex-husband, he took out the top, the rungs, the slats on the tops of those doors, and he put piano hinges on it instead, or not instead, but he put, anyway, we had it so that it would be like a partition. And I made four door panels, and I crocheted 4 things to go in there. And I think I got the pattern from here. I can't remember. Let me see if I find it while I'm talking. And then I had the top and the bottom like an open weave. So we kind of thread it through a balsam wood dowel, and we put it in there and glued it in. Oh, it was so pretty. It's one of the things I wish I would have taken with me, but oh well. Yeah, and I know it's in here some. I think this is the book that I used to make those panels, if I find them. And it wasn't like a fancy panel or anything. I made some of these. Let me see if I find it. Yeah, I made 2 of these right here for my mom to use as placemats, but she uses them as doilies. No. I made that, but I made something else for, never mind. But I made something with a butterfly. I made 2 butterflies, and that's something that I'm going to be looking to make. I know making 300 of anything doesn't sound good. I mean, I guess if you made one a day, you would have all the squares made by Christmas, right? But then you'd have to spend weeks and weeks putting it together, and put the edging on. And I think I just found a rectangle doily is what I did, and just made the yeah, because I'm not seeing it anywhere. Yeah, I can't find it. Oh well. See, this is pretty too. And you guys just realize that doing filet crochet, you can do that filet crochet with any yarn, and it's so easy if you have a pattern. Hi, Sanita. See, like, look at this one. It looks like snowflakes, but all it is filet crochet, where you like fill in blocks as you go. And it's, anyway, enough of that. Here's another one of those filet. Maybe I got it in here. Yeah, I kept a couple of these. Oh, I did. I made some curtains too. Guys, I've been crocheting for a long time. I mean, when I was married the first time, I crocheted a lot. I was always either crocheting or sewing. When I was younger and still had the guts for that, a lot of work, it might have been fun, but now it just looks like a nightmare, right? Yeah, you'd really have to be dedicated to it, that's for sure. Oh, well, I'm not seeing. I have Post-it notes on here because I must have wanted to, or at one point make something. I thought this tea cozy looked really cute. Look at this tea cozy here with the teacups. Isn't that cute? Now that doesn't use thread. Let me see what it page 63. What does it use? Page 63. It uses a DK. It uses a DK. That's cute. Putting them together. Oh yeah. Yeah, it would be. It would be very time consuming, wouldn't it? Oh, and I used to make towel edgings. They were like this. I didn't use this pattern. I have a different book for that, but like this. And my mom would use, and I would gift a set of hand towels with the edging on it, right? And give it as a gift. People loved that. They loved that, you know, especially if you have like a guest bathroom or something like that. Oh, Lordly, that's funny. Yeah, get something, you know, get something to put up there, right? Yeah, it's bugging me now that I can't find it, but, you know, it must have been in a different book or something. I can use, you know, you can use anything. Yeah, even nowadays, if you punch in fillet crochet in YouTube, I bet you'd get a lot of hits on the you know, different people doing that in different patterns. Hi, Jamie. How are you? I know, long time no see. Thank you, Elmarie. Well, I've done a lot. I've been crocheting a lot, and this last month or two, I've been busy crocheting. I really have. Oh, that's a great idea, Danny. That's a great idea. So let's see here. What have so I've worked on these squares, okay, and then I think I will have 48 of them. I'll have 48 squares when I'm all done. And then each one of them is 6 inches. So 24. Wait a minute. How big would that be? 48. 6 times 6. Right? Is 6 times 6 48? I think it's 6. So it'll be a 6 foot. I don't know if I'm saying that right. 6 foot square. I think I'm saying that right. A 6 foot square really thin, very, you know, drapey cotton blanket. And it's going to be so colorful. Oh, if you guys have any idea as to what kind of pattern to put this in, because I'm going to do a, you know, connect as you go. What do you call that? What is that called? I know there's a regular term for it. So as you go, I can't remember. So, okay, so 8 times 8, an 8-foot, wait a minute, 8. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a 4x4 square. I can't do the maths. But there's 48. There's 48 squares. Each square is 6 inches. Y'all know what that means, what that'll equal. Join. Yes. Thank you so much, Angry Cats. Yes. And hello. Welcome in. Join as you go. Yes. So what I was going to do is I was going to do it all in white. I think that will be so pretty and fresh and bright, right? So I'm just going to do around the outside of the first square. And then the second square, I'm going to do, 3 rounds and then join the fourth. I mean, I know how to do the join as you go, but I have to figure out the pattern, how to lay it out. So there's no, I won't have the same color next to each other. Maybe it'll just be one of those things I have to just leave it laid out. Hi, Ice Yarn Lover. How are you? Let me put this back away. Okay, so you all want to see the other blanket I've been working on? Hi, Christy. How are you, sweetheart? Wait a minute. Did the same until took a cup of coffee and started to stare back at him while sipping on my cup. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Elmarie. That's a good idea, Jamie. Yeah, I'll have to do that. That sounds like a good idea. So let me put this back. So, okay, Lorley, what is a willow square? Tell me what a willow square is. Is it something that is like a thing? So Dana from Dana's Wanderlust Crochet, she had talked about Selena Baca's blanket that she was working on. I still have to post pictures, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have 6 completely done and blocked. And then I have 1 blocking. And then I have 1 that I'm about halfway through with. And there's only 8 of these rectangles, okay? And then you join them with a color, and then you go around all of it with that same color that you joined them, and then you go all pattern of the square. Okay, is it Lorley, is there a pattern that is like, where did you find the pattern? That's what I wanted to know. So let me show you the different rectangles and the yarns I used. All of these. Hi, Patsy. How are you? So all of these, except the one that's there's only one that's acrylic. Everything else is a wool blend. So let me show you the colors and how they're going to be put together, okay? So this one is the first one. Isn't that pretty? Now, each rectangle is a different stitch pattern, but they're all the same number of stitches, so that when you end up, every row is going to have 201 stitches, so that when you piece them together, it's going to be even all the way across. And I blocked it to make sure that it stays that way. And on this one, I used an H hook. On one of them, I used a G hook. And on most of them, I'm using, no, a G plus. And on most of them, I used a G. So they were never the same hook all the way across the board. So this is the first one that I made. Okay. Then I used, oh, actually, that wasn't the first one I made, but this one was the first one I made. And it all has a double crochet beginning row and ending row. Okay, Lorley, thank you. Thank you for that. And for those of you that missed out, I have one box. I can pack it full of 3-weight paint box DK. I have greens, reds, neutrals, purples, and I can fill it, or I have 4-weight paint box, and I can fill it. I can do a mystery, or if you want to pick a color, whatever you want, I can send it to you. Total, it will be on the West Coast, meaning Washington, Oregon, and California. I'll have to charge $45. For the rest of the United States, it'll be $40. Yeah, they're so pretty, and all the colors will go together. But so here's another one, and here's one, and some of them are wider than others, so it looks nice. And here's another one, and then this is the one that's in acrylic. I love the way this feels. So all of these, let me see if I can kind of like put them so you can see all the colors together. Well, I'm gonna try. They look amazing together. I love the colors. Now, the one I have on the blocking mat is, it's like a dark forest green. But there's all the colors together. Oh, you can't see that one. Yeah, putting them together in strips. Exactly. So isn't that pretty all together? All those colors. And then the well, I can't, it's a little bit big, so I'll wait on that one. And then this one, this last one that I'm working on is this color. And I wrote down all the different colors that I'm using. And then I'm going to join them. Good grief. I'm going to join them with this. And then the outside border is going to be this really, really dark color. Won't that be pretty? I think it's going to be so pretty when it's all done. And each one is anywhere between well, let's see here. The widest one is this wide, and I think it's probably around, oh, let me measure it. I know I love the colors. I love the colors too. Okay, so this one is almost 7 inches wide. Okay. This one is 7 inches wide. And the thinnest one, I think, is this one, only because I ran out of yarn. This is the Whims Merino. I love working with this Whims Merino. And it's sad that Furls sold out of it. Well, they discontinued it, is basically. And this one is only 4.5 inches wide. And that's the thinnest of them all. But yeah. And the other one is a green. So that other green won't be like, whoa, that's a bright green. Yeah, here. Let me. And that's the pattern for that one. Isn't that pretty? So, yeah. So, and they use, what's the stitch that they use to join? Oh, wait a minute. There's 2 more. Oh, my word. Okay. Well, now I have to rethink some things because there's actually 10. I don't know if I'll actually do all of them, only because it's just all going to depend on what color, that I want, or how big I want the blanket to be. But it's, like I said, it's wool. Most of it is wool, except for that, this one square. And only because I love the color and I love the feel of it. It's so soft. This is Yarnatopia by Yarn Bee. It's so nice. Oh, well. Oh, Lulu, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you saying that. That's only like a part of the stuff I've been working on, but I finished something here. I blocked it. I just am sewing in the ends, but it's just like a little shawlette. I don't want to dump it in my coffee, in my tea. And this is my Tunisian. Isn't it pretty? It's not even. It's not even, but I'm the only one who could probably figure it out. So, yeah. I love it. I love the colors. This is called Bed of Roses. And this is like a dark gray. Hi, Gail. How are you? So yeah, I mean, I can wear it, just as a, oh, this is backwards. Hold on a minute. And it goes with everything. Goes with everything. And I can just, put a little clip here. Thought I had one, but put a little clip here. I just love it. This is mine. This is my little hug to myself. And I just wanted to do a Tunisian, and I just love the colors. Beautiful. This is the Hobby Lobby yarn. I want to get more. I want to get more of it. I just think it's beautiful. Yeah, so I did that. Did I show you guys this one? This is done with the Be So Vivid. And this is the Mountain Rose shawl that, what's her name? It'll come to me in a minute. That this is so pretty. I love this pattern. This is so beautiful. The way it has all these ridges here. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love the colors. The colors are great. Yeah, I have a stack of stuff I have to sew in ends. Yeah, I've been trying to find projects that I would really. Maribel, yay! Greens and neutrals. Okay. Do you really? I do love the the easy yarn is that's the real thick one, right? Neutral. Maribel, if you could message me on Facebook and send your give me your mailing address, okay? Hi, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Oh, look at you. I'm so glad to see you. It's not Linda's. It's oh, she doesn't she doesn't do anything anymore. Oh, it's called the Mountain Rose Shawl. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, it doesn't have her name. Oh, Whisper Crochet. Whisper Crochet is what I missed you too, Charlie. I missed you too. So Whisper Crochet is the one that did this that pink shawl that I showed you. Let's see here. This is one. This was from Annie's, and I think I might like to make that. Oh, look at that shawl. Isn't that pretty? With all those post stitches. And I got a couple of tops that I'm looking at from Expression Fiber Arts. I made a okay, wait a minute. Be So Easy. Be So Easy is a number. No, that's not the number 3, honey. That's Be So Easy is the really, that's her thick yarn. That's a number 5. Let's see here. Be So Easy is this thick yarn here. You might be thinking of the Be So Vivid, or you talking about the Be So Baby. I love that. Be So Baby is my favorite. Yeah, Be So Baby. I got a ton of that. Oop, you can't see. All that whole thing right there is all Be So Baby. I have a lot. I love it. I bought as much as I could afford before she got rid of everything. Yes, I love Be So Baby. So what else have I been up to? Not much else. Yeah, the Be So Baby. So anyway, I've been crocheting a lot because it's basically the only thing. I sit in front of the TV and I crochet in the evening when I come home from work, because I just need to, break away from all my thoughts, right? So let's see here. 4 and 4 is 8, and 7 is 15, and 7 is, guys, I cannot count. Help me count this out for me, okay, guys? Okay, so I got 5 plus 4 plus 7 plus 6 plus 7 and 7 and 4 and 5. Okay, Lorley. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Joyce. Oh, nice. Thank you so much for lurking. 45. Okay, so 45 plus let's see here. Let's just say 7. That'll be 50. So this blanket is probably going to be 48 by about 53. That's a good size, isn't it? That's a really nice throw size. I think that's going to be lovely. Yeah, that's going to be beautiful. Okay, so thank you, Lorley. I did get that message. Thank you. Let's see here. What else do I want to talk to you guys about, share with you? Well, does anybody care? If you don't want to hear about my mom, I don't want to really say too much about Mom. I'll just say she's going to be staying where she's at and until she passes away. So yeah, during my weekends are pretty much going to be spent with her whenever I can. The place she's in is a nursing home. But I've been keeping up with her and with the staff, and I really enjoy the staff. They're really good, and most of them are really good. There was one instance we had a problem at the beginning with one of the nurses, and she's not allowed to go into my mom's room anymore and care for her, and that's fine. Let's see here. All right. I'm going to buy another one of those boxes, and I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can get 12. Well, first of all, does anybody want any 4-weight paint box? Does anybody care for any of that? Thank you, Patsy. She has, it's probably stage about 5 dementia. And she is bedbound. She's not able to walk. She can't walk on her own. She can't ambulate on her own at all. She barely has any upper body strength. I have to work with her whenever Lou. Yeah, right. So yeah, and because she's in stage 5, she's going slowly into stage 6, where she's not able to feed herself. She can't care for herself. She can't change her clothes. She can't do anything for herself. Everything has to be done for her. She's not incontinent, but because she can't get up and go to the bathroom, they've got her wearing, the briefs, so that they just change them out. And if they catch her in time, she says she's got to go, then they come and put her on a bedpan. But she doesn't get out of bed. They have a Hoyer lift where they have to lift her into a special wheelchair where it's kind of inclined. But yeah, I mean, I still love her. Well, still, I love her. She's my mama, but it's not the mama I knew, and I'm just having to learn new things about her. Um, she talks in word salads. I think you guys know what I mean by that. She has several different conversations. Like she cherry picks, like she'll see something, a word, and put it with this and that and this and that, and make a sentence that makes absolutely no sense, but in her head it makes perfect sense. Oh yeah, as long as now, obviously they can't give 24, I mean, it's a 24/7 care, but there's only so many people they can see at the same time, but they do their best. I know that they do their best. And so if you're interested in 4-weight yarn or another box of yarn, I'll be more than happy to put it together for you, send it. Again, if it's on the West Coast, it's 45, and on the anywhere from say Colorado or like Idaho east, it'll be $40. Oh, thank you, Jamie. That's so nice. Thank you so much. Yeah, it does very much light my load, because I don't have to go over to her house in the mornings, and I don't have to stop in the evenings. In fact, my my time spent with her is basically just now that I know that she is going to be staying in the same place, I'll go see her on Saturday after work, and I'll spend some time with her on Monday. And on occasion, I'll go on Sunday. But most of the time, it's just a couple days a week. And that way I can still have my life. So, yeah, between Mom and my work and all that stuff that happened with Doc Dave's brother, and that's my boss. And then, yeah, I'm having to try to figure out what to do about her house. My brother and I are still discussing it, but we're probably going to sell her house, which means I have to pack it all up. Whatever I want to keep, I have to pack up. Everything else, I got to sell and basically get the house ready to sell. And then, but I haven't told you the best news, guys, the best news. For those of you that have kind of been following me and you kind of hear the story, Mom has a neighbor, is 3 doors up, that helped take care of Mom. Her name is Elke. She's a German, and she lives 3 doors down from my mom. Yeah, there's still a lot to do, Debbie. You're right. But I'm up for the task. As long as you guys are there for me in my meltdown times, I'll be all right. So anyway, Elke has grown to be a dear, dear, dear friend. And I don't know what she's like my sister, my younger sister now, and we're like kind of attached at the hip. And it's so, so cool. I haven't had a friend like this in years and years, and I'm so, so excited. She helps take care of Mom, and she goes down there and she does, she helps with the house, everything. She's just there. She wants to be there for me. And she even told me, she said, when Mama goes, that's that'll be the end with Mama, but we're still good friends, and we're going to be the best of friends. And she and her husband are already planning to have me and Mr. Happy come for barbecues and do all kinds of stuff together. I'm so glad. I mean, it's just such a blessing. And yeah, the latest thing is I'm talking to my brother. I don't think it's going to work out, but there's a slight chance that I might be able to keep Mom's house and keep it like in the family, and that is the only home I've known almost all my life. That's all I've known since 79. That's when we moved there. And I mean, so much has happened. Mom and Dad had done so much to the house, and I just think it would be so amazing if I could live there. But the finance stuff is going to be very, very tricky, and I don't know if it's going to work or not, but there is a slight chance. I know, me too, Carol. That is such a blessing. I mean, isn't God so good? Oh, amen. I know. And yesterday I was telling her something, and she's always there. In fact, she told me, she said, I'm going to come and clean your house for you. Because I told her, I said, I haven't cleaned my house. I said, it's awful. I said, I'd be embarrassed. She said, you don't have to be embarrassed with me. I said, it would. But she said, I'm determined. I'm going to come there and I'm going to clean it for you. And she said, and you're not going to pay me. And I said, yes, I am. If you have to clean my house, I'm paying you. But I was telling her, she knew all the stuff that was going on with Doc Dave, and then I told her something else that was going on with Mr. Happy, and she looked at me and she says, do you want more stress in your life? Do you need any more? I said, well, that's just, the way life is. She goes, you don't need any more. Stop it. And of course, she's German, so she's talking half German to me and yelling at me. And her brother has nothing. Well, Lorelei, for me, it's like I need the money, but it's going to all go away because Mom is in a nursing home and they're going to take it all away. So it's very hard. I just don't know how it'll work out. We'll just have to just keep praying. God knows what I need, what I want, what would help us, and he's already got it figured out. I just gotta just not stress about it and just not think about it and just let it go. It's hard. So, who was it Lorelei? Were you the one working on the Willow square? I gotta write that down. Willow squares. Are they like granny squares? Because I mean, I like doing the granny square because they're like thoughtless. I can do the granny squares quickly, but I don't like having to sew in all the ends and then sew them together. But I am finding myself really liking to do the blankets now. Oh, I made a shawl. Hold on. I made this for a friend. I have to send it to her. I already, I just kind of did my own pattern. I just did my own thing. That's right, Lorelei. That's right. So there's my own pattern. I did some, these are supposed to be bean stitches here. And I did some puff stitches. And what else did I do? But yeah. Anyway, it's for a friend who lives up in Connecticut, and it's her favorite color. So yeah, I'm gonna send it to her. I have to package that up and get it out in tomorrow's mail. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Has anybody heard from Dana lately from Wanderlust Crochet? Has anybody heard from her? I know she had a thank you, Maribel. I appreciate that. I know she did a live this past week. And that's using the same yarn I used in that one strip of the blanket, that Yarnatopia. Let me see if that's cool. Yeah. It's this yarn. I love this yarn. Yarn Bee. This is Heather, the color Heather, the Yarnatopia. It's 100% acrylic, but it's so soft. Yeah. Yes. She is, I know. And I totally understand. I totally get it. I mean, not that I've had to deal with that myself, but I do feel for her. Yeah, she definitely needs our prayers. Okay, guys. Can anybody else want to talk about anything else? Want to ask me a question? I know, Yarn Bee, Yarnatopia. Here. Here you go, Lulu. Yarnatopia. And next week, tomorrow starts the sale again, right? Yeah, go to She's Grieving. Yeah, it's going to take time. For bordering squares and putting them together. Oh, Maribel, great. I'll have to go to that. I'll have to look at that. You're welcome, Lulu. Ends today. Wait a minute. What? I thought this. I'm all turned around. I'm turned around. I thought coming this Monday, we start back up on the 30% off. Okay, I think you got the wrong address. That shawl is for your... Yes, I got the wrong address. What do you mean, El Marie? I got the wrong... Oh, I get it. I get it, El Marie. You're funny. Be the next following. So not starting on this Monday, but a week from Monday. You got some sugar wool cotton. Yay! I love sugar wool cotton. Yeah. But this Yarnatopia is softer than that. Now it's acrylic, but it's kind of like, I would say it's even softer. It's like a silkier, softer than what is it? Karen Simply Soft. I know, El Marie. Wink, wink. It's cute. That okay. So I missed out. Oh well. I'll just have to wait. I did order some more of Believe by Petra. I ordered that from Melissa. I ordered some #1 fingering weight cotton. I ordered that from her. I don't know if I'm going to get that out in her mail. Oh, Carol, I am so glad you're here. I really, really am. I'm so glad everybody is here. This is just so wonderful to get caught up with everybody. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'm going to go ahead and head out. I'm going to grab some lunch. Um, so am I okay with I'm just going to be sending 2 boxes out. I don't have anybody wanting the number 1 no, excuse me, the number 4 the number 4 paint box or any more paint box yarn. Am I correct? The number 3 or number 4 paint box, nobody else is needing anything. It was great talking to you, Debbie. Talking to you, Debbie. Maribel, if you could post Llama Mama Kayla's link, that would be great. For those that want to, yeah. Yeah, I haven't decided how I don't know if I'm necessarily going by that one blanket that I'm making from Selena Baca. I don't know if I'm going to join it the same way she has. Thank you, Maribel. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your Sunday or Monday, wherever you are. Elmarie, it's very, very early for you, isn't it? It's like midnight. Is it midnight for you guys? 1 o'clock in the morning? But I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day, okay? We'll talk to you later. Bye.